I am in one of the most painful situations I've ever faced, and it involves my older brother, 35M. We've always had a complicated but close relationship. We grew up together, survived a lot as kids, and for most of my life, I thought we had each other's backs no matter what. But last year, I lent him $121,000, and now, it's all gone. He lost everything, and he's acting like he doesn't owe me anything back. It started about a year and a half ago. My brother came to me one night, late, sounding desperate and shaken. He said he had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to invest in something big, a project his friend was starting. He promised me he had done the research, that it was safe money, that I'd get everything back within 6 months plus an additional cut of the profits. I was hesitant. I mean, $121,000 isn't pocket change. That's my life savings. I'd been building that fund for years, planning to use it for a down payment on a house and maybe start my own business. But he's my brother. And when he looked me in the eyes and said, "Please, trust me, I need this, I'll never let you down," I believed him. I wired the money the next day. At first, he kept me updated constantly. He'd send texts saying, "Everything's on track. Don't worry, sis. You'll thank me for this when we're both celebrating." But after a few months, the updates slowed down, then stopped entirely. Whenever I'd ask him about the investment, he'd give vague answers. "It's complicated. Just some delays. You'll get your money back soon." I tried to stay patient. I told myself to trust him, to give him time. But one evening, I got a call from his business partner, or so I thought. And the truth came crashing down on me. There was no investment, there was no project. My brother had lost everything gambling. I confronted him immediately. I still remember standing in his apartment, shaking, my heart pounding so hard I thought it would burst. He looked terrified at first, then defensive, then indifferent. He admitted it. He said he took the entire $121,000 and invested it into high-stakes poker and sports betting because he thought he could flip it fast and double it for both of us. But he lost it all. Every single dollar. I thought I would pass out. I couldn't believe the person standing in front of me was my brother. The same person who'd sworn he'd never betray me, who had looked me in the eyes and begged me to trust him. I cried for hours, begging him to explain, to tell me he had some sort of plan. But all he said was, "I'll figure it out. Just give me time." That was almost a year ago. Since then, nothing has changed. He hasn't paid me back a single cent. In fact, he avoids talking about it altogether. Anytime I bring it up, he shuts down. He gets angry, defensive, and says things like, "I didn't force you to lend me the money. I didn't plan to lose it. You're acting like I ruined your life. You'll be fine." That one cuts the deepest. I won't be fine. That money was everything to me. My future, my security, my dreams. I've had to put off buying a home, delay starting my business, and cut back on nearly everything in my life just to stabilize myself financially. Meanwhile, he's living as if nothing happened. He still goes out with his friends. He still takes weekend trips. He still posts pictures on Instagram of expensive dinners and nights out, acting like his life is perfectly normal while I'm drowning in anxiety and regret. The thing that hurts the most isn't even the money anymore. It's the betrayal. It's knowing that when I trusted him with something so huge, he treated it recklessly, selfishly, like it meant nothing. And now he's not even trying to make it right. I've tried everything. I've tried reasoning with him, sitting him down calmly and explaining how badly this has affected me. I've tried appealing to his sense of responsibility, reminding him of all the times I helped him in the past, helping him pay rent when he was unemployed, covering his car payments when he was struggling. I thought maybe guilt or love would make him step up, but every time he finds an excuse. "I don't have the money right now. I'll pay you when I can. Stop pressuring me. You're stressing me out." I even considered taking legal action, but the idea of dragging my own brother to court breaks me inside. Our parents don't know, and I haven't told them because I don't want to destroy the family dynamic. But keeping this secret is eating me alive. Part of me wonders if he even feels guilty at all. Sometimes when I look at him now, I barely recognize him. I don't know if this is who he's always been and I was blind to it, or if something in him really changed along the way. The worst part? Despite everything, a small part of me still loves him and wants to believe he'll do the right thing. I want to believe he'll wake up one day, call me, and say, "I'm sorry, I messed up. Here's the first payment." But the longer I wait, the more hopeless it feels. I've started avoiding family gatherings because I can't look at him without this knot of anger and sadness in my chest. My parents think we're fine, but we're not. We're not even close anymore. Every interaction is laced with tension and resentment, and I don't know how much longer I can carry this weight. I'm stuck between two impossible choices: cut him off entirely and accept that I may never see a cent of that money again, or keep holding on to the hope that he'll take responsibility, knowing that hope is destroying me a little more every day. I love my brother, but right now, I don't trust him. I don't even know if I know him anymore, and I don't know how to move forward when the person who hurt me this deeply is family. Someone I thought would always protect me, not betray me. Next story. I thought I had it all figured out. I thought I had found the love of my life. Let's call her Emily. We've been together for almost 3 years, and for the longest time, I was convinced she was the one. She wasn't just my girlfriend. She was my best friend, my partner, the person I imagined growing old with. From the very beginning, Emily was everything I thought I wanted: funny, charismatic, adventurous, and unbelievably beautiful. We clicked instantly. The first few months felt like something out of a movie: late-night drives, random road trips, cooking together, staying up until sunrise, talking about life and dreams. I told my friends, my parents, everyone who would listen, I think she's the one. About a year into the relationship, we moved in together. That was a big step for me, but it felt natural. She brought so much energy and joy into my life, and I truly thought we were building something real. We started talking about marriage casually, then more seriously. A few months ago, I proposed during a weekend trip. She cried, said yes immediately, and hugged me like she never wanted to let go. I remember thinking, this is it. This is my forever. But last week, everything changed. It started with a late-night phone call from my younger sister, 25F. She sounded shaken, like she was trying not to cry. The first thing she said was, "I need to tell you something about Emily, and you're not going to like it." I felt my stomach drop instantly. She told me she had accidentally overheard a conversation between Emily and one of her friends at a coffee shop. My sister wasn't eavesdropping on purpose. She was there studying, sitting just a few feet away, and recognized Emily's voice. She said Emily was laughing and talking loudly, so she couldn't not hear. According to my sister, Emily was bragging to her friend about how lucky she was to have found me, but not because of who I am as a person. She was going on about my salary, my savings, my investments, and the apartment I own. She called me a jackpot. And then, according to my sister, she said something that shattered me completely. Honestly, if he didn't have money, I wouldn't even be here. When my sister told me that, I just froze. I remember sitting on my bed, phone in my hand, heart pounding so hard I thought I might pass out. I kept thinking, there's no way, she wouldn't say that. Not Emily. We've shared everything. We've cried together, laughed together, dreamed together. It didn't make sense. I wanted to believe my sister was wrong, that she misheard, that Emily was joking, that maybe it was sarcasm or a bad attempt at humor. But my sister swore on everything she had, word for word, clear as day. I spent that entire night wide awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying every moment of our relationship in my head. All those expensive vacations she pushed for, the constant hints about dream houses and luxury weddings, the way her mood always seemed to brighten whenever we talked about future finances. And suddenly, I started seeing patterns I hadn't noticed before. The next day, I decided to test her, subtly. Over breakfast, I casually brought up the idea of postponing the wedding because of financial concerns. I told her I might need to liquidate some investments and that my income could take a temporary hit. I wanted to see her reaction without tipping her off. Her reaction destroyed me. At first, she froze, then forced this nervous little laugh. But almost immediately, she started asking questions. Not about me, not about us, but about the money. How bad is it? Would we still afford the wedding? Does this mean we have to scale down the honeymoon? Are you sure we'll be okay financially? Not once did she ask if I was okay. She didn't hug me, didn't reassure me, didn't say, "We'll figure this out together." It was all about what the money meant for her. That night, I called my sister again and told her everything. She begged me to reconsider the wedding. She admitted she'd had doubts about Emily from the start but didn't want to interfere without evidence. Now that she overheard that conversation, she said she couldn't keep quiet anymore. 2 days later, I confronted Emily directly. I didn't mention my sister. I wanted to see if she'd be honest with me. I asked her one simple, direct question. "Emily, if I lost everything tomorrow, my job, my savings, the apartment, would you still want to marry me?" She stared at me, stunned, and then laughed nervously. "Why would you even ask something like that?" I didn't let her dodge it. I pressed again. "I need you to be honest with me. If I had nothing, would you still be here?" She hesitated, looked away, and then finally said quietly but firmly, "I mean, it would be hard, obviously. We've built this life together based on certain expectations." That word, expectations, hit me like a freight train. Since that conversation, I've been spiraling. I can't look at her the same way. Every time she says, "I love you," I question if she loves me or if she loves the stability I provide. Every nice dinner, every weekend getaway, every gift she's ever asked for. Now I wonder if it was ever about us, or just about what I could give her. I've started noticing other things too. The way she brags about our apartment to her friends, how she talks about our future, but only in terms of houses, vacations, and lifestyle. Never about building a family, never about values, never about love. And when I told her I was considering downsizing the wedding to save money, she looked genuinely upset, like I'd ruined something for her. I haven't called off the wedding yet. Honestly, I don't know what's stopping me. Maybe it's denial. Maybe it's fear of starting over. Maybe it's that tiny, desperate hope that my sister misheard, that Emily was joking, that I'm wrong about all of this. But deep down, I think I already know the truth. And facing it terrifies me.